You played the ball. This is good. You pushed forward. This is good. You were looking for outlet. This is good. You pushed forward for boost. This is good. You kind of pushed this player out of his zone a bit. This is good. And then you rotate back to eventually get to a back post. That is good. That's where you want to eventually get, but you rotate this way. Look for demo, look for demo. Look for demo wherever people cycle. And you rotate through the midfield so that if this person hard clears it or passes, you could become an extension in the midfield. But you're just like, oh, I got to get back. And then you get demoed, which is crazy. We're going to look at Will, who is champion 1, champion 2, around that. Kind of floats between Diamond 3, Champ 2. I would say definitely Champ 1, Champ 2, though. Not sure what game this is. I think we played 2 real games, 3 throwaway games for griefing in some fashion. I was on less than 4 hours of sleep and dead. Censor it. Tired. In comms with Taquito. All right, brother. We'll take a look. Nice try. I know that we talked about aerial follow-up challenges, follow-up touches. I will not talk about that, but that's what I am looking for. Hoping to see a little bit. Maybe we build on it a bit. Maybe not, but just for a little bit of context, we talked about it last week. That was a good challenge. Yeah, I know you said you were tired on 4 hours of sleep in this game. I'm going to take that out of the equation, kind of, and just try to look at raw gameplay. We're missing challenges in the air. That's the immediate problem. A lot of these we're out of position for. Like, we're out of position. That player's follow-up touch. We're out of position. That's, like, just super risque. Immediate problem. Observation. Out of position. Diving the ball would be better to fake. Or just sit and position. That's fine. That's fine. That's mechanics. That doesn't bug me because I don't expect super consistent mechanics. The game sense surrounding some of these challenges bugged me a little bit, but I don't know if it's just a bigger picture positioning problem. Another problem is part 1. I'm just describing problems right now. Part 1, challenge positioning problems. Part 2, I mean, I like our midfield, but I feel like we're not playing like super effective defense and we're not playing super effective offense. We're kind of like lurking in the midfield, which is good. But part 2 problem being kind of just getting something done. Out of like all of our opportunities, I want to say we're 1 or 2 for 10. You know, we missed the ball, threw the ball away, had a couple 1 challenges, which I could even nitpick there that we're still throwing the ball away. Like, I'm not going to nitpick that because that's like improvements from some of the other challenges. That was good. Good. Let's see what we do. Pardon me, Will, and you've been submitting replays here for a while, but like, I would almost generalize your problem to we're not playing the ball well, whether it's in the midfield, on defense, on offense. We're just not playing the ball well. When we do play the ball, we're not getting those follow-ups we talked about, which is going to take a lot of time to implement. I almost feel like we're too focused on the ball, and that's why we're not playing the ball well. We're just focused, narrowly focused on the ball. We're not looking off the ball for demos. We're not pushing out of rotation for boost control, and it's that simple. And it's just one of those things. You've been submitting replays here for so long, so you've heard me talk about it, but look for demos. Push out of rotation. And I'll kind of refocus that, but the reason I want you to think about it a little bit closely, number 1, just understand the game. The game, especially threes, I mean, let's just talk about threes. 3v3 works in 2 parts. On the ball, off the ball. What do you do on the ball? What do you do off the ball? That's how you create pressure, alleviate pressure, create offense, play good defense. etc. And number two, whenever this is like literally advice that's really rooted in my professional experience, whenever I've run into teams, players that I'm coaching live in a tournament where in-game adjustments are super, super important and required, you either adjust or lose. And whenever I see missed challenges, it's immediately look off the ball for demos. If you cannot generate a threat or play the ball well, and it's either because the opponents are just better or you're just not on your game, add that impact off the ball so you're at least adding impact in the game. And I want you to take that advice for low sleep, right? Like if you're low sleep, or, you know, maybe you're running into a game and you just can't get anything done, well, just understand the game works in two parts, on and off the ball. So I'm going to show a lot of examples, but I that's seriously where I'd leave this, because I feel like that's the root. Like everything, we're not playing the ball well, we're slightly out of position, we're not as confident, we're not getting those follow-up touches, but I think it's because we're too narrowly focused on it, and I think it all comes down to that root, because we're not looking off the ball, and we're, right, we've talked about this, I'm just going to kind of resurface these ideas for you. When you push out a rotation, when you look for demos, right, wherever they may be, and I'm going to show a lot of examples for you, but it puts you in new positions, and it often puts you in positions to cut or receive a pass. A couple weeks back, we talked about like rolls in rotation, playing extensions, and what's happening is what we're doing is make our play, bump, 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 rotate back, bump, 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 we get demoed, but right here somewhere, and we're dead. But like you're going back to a back post, which then forces you to play the ball behind it, right? So like you're limited to that challenge problem, meaning slightly out of position, which the back post is not a bad position, but whenever I'll show you some of these challenges real quick. Whenever we're running into challenge problems, right, behind the ball, and I'm just like, oh, just fake. It's that easy, right? Just it's not get better at that challenge. It's just play patient, fake, rotate out. So I think what we could do is look for some more fake challenges, look to play patient, but also push out a rotation, which I'll show examples for. Push out the mid boost, push out the corner, rotate across, look for your demos in the midfield. Keep showing examples of the behind the ball whenever we're running into challenge problems. That was good, but still behind the ball. And we are behind the ball, we are behind the ball, and then that's when we get beat. Get demoed because we're behind the ball. That was mechanics breaking down. We lost that. That's mechanics. It's part of this is mechanics, man, but I'm not nitpicking mechanics. Behind the ball, we lose that follow-up. So part one, continuation of getting those follow-up touches. Part two, look to fake challenge some of these plays. Not this play, but like look to fake challenge some of these straightaways. Like if this player's diving you, look to fake that. Look for those. I love this. I love these extension plays. What I wanted to do right there was every time we're losing that challenge, yes, you could have faked, but also we're just prioritizing that behind the ball play. And how do you get into that behind the ball play? It's from having that narrow focus of only playing the ball, meaning make your challenge, rotate, get back post, play behind the ball. Create some offense, rotate, get behind the ball. So it's like, I want us to cut more, to play the ball differently, but we're going to do that by demoing, because demos puts us in new positions to cut. So I'm going to show a lot of demo examples and try to show some plays where we could be faking as well. Very good, very good. Good drive challenge. Good job. Yeah, follow-up touches are really big. It's just such a really, it's a really good goal. Nice job. Really good. Getting more than one touch on the ball is such a great goal for Platinum, Diamond, Champ. Obviously, at each of those ranks, there's different mechanics involved, but it's fine. Ooh, I like that. I like this. Where it's off kickoffs, a little bit more straightforward, but this is a cut, right? Approaching the play horizontally. We like this. I want more cuts that look like that. Good. All right. Good. Very good. Very good. Even this, like, the reason I'm talking about demos is because I want us to get in new positions to cut. Oftentimes, you'll get put in front of the ball like this, but, like, this is what I want. I want us to be in front of the ball. I want us to be an outlet pass. I want us to cut more. Demos help induce that. If you are in a defensive rotation and you challenge the corner, push out to mid, look for demos here. Now you're in an outlet position to cut, receive a pass from your back post, push up field. Let's say we create our offense, rotate across, demo the goal line, steal some boost. Now you're in a position to cut, receive an outlet pass from a second man. I know you understand that, Will, because we talk about it, but the simplified advice, man, look for your fakes when you're in those one-on-ones. Look to follow up your touches in the air. That needs to be a huge priority on the back end. And look for our demos whenever you're feeling lost. Good. Play the ball. It's fine. Rotate across. Look for our demos, but it's just immediately get back. Not the best example, but I'm going to kind of give you the on-paper explanation why we can look for demos right here. Your teammates are in a 2-on-1, 1-on-2, meaning the only way that this is going in your net is if this player balls both your teammates. I think we can make an assumption that your teammates can lock it down. So you have that extra time to chase this demo. Okay, chase this demo, look off the ball. You know, it really feels like you're leaving rotations for these, but like, I mean, think about it logically. Look, okay, so now we're in a 3v1. Okay, like we don't need to be back yet. You had that time to look for that demo. At least look for it. And that's where I always go with this is look. It's not get the demo. It's not chase the demo. It's just look. But look at our POV right now. Oh, gotta get back, gotta get back. And it's like, well, why did we have to get back? Like, you didn't even take a millisecond to look for the demo. You're not even considering that an option right now. And that's where I felt like this replay was with on the ball stuff. You were so narrowly focused on the ball, not even giving yourself the option to look off the ball. And then that was what was leading into like these challenge issues. The challenge issue was really rooted in that, but also because we weren't demoing, because we weren't cutting, we were always playing the ball this way, and it was forcing us to dive, and dive challenges are just hard. So I'm going to go back in time after this just to have one more example for everyone else here. On another day, I might be telling you to get better at dive challenges, to get better at straightaways, but just based on my read on the situation and where you're at from previous weeks, right? You've been submitting replays for a while. I kind of want to refocus demos, refocus pushing out, refocus cutting, play the ball differently. And yeah, it was just like, it's not that you chase demos, Will, but I've never seen it to this extreme where you're just super, super hard focused on the ball. I love us looking for outlets, and then this will be the final example. It's like, okay, let's think about this very logistically. We got numbers advantage. We got 2, right? So if there's going to be like 2-on-2, if there's going to be a threat, it's going to be this player who sweeps around for a pass, a cut, etc. I don't think we look for this. We're going to check your POV, but just based on how the rotation is going, you played the ball. This is good. You pushed forward. This is good. You were looking for outlet. This is good. You pushed forward for boost. This is good. You kind of pushed this player out of his zone a bit. This is good. And then you rotate back to eventually get to a back post. That is good. That's where you want to eventually get, but you rotate this way. Look for demo, look for demo. Look for demo wherever people cycle. And you rotate through the midfield so that if this person hard clears it or passes, you could become an extension in the midfield. But you're just like, oh, I got to get back. And then you get demoed, which is crazy. But what I want this to go down to, it's the look. Okay, Will? It's look. Just start looking. See how we're not looking? We're just ball, 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 right? Just look at your vision. Ball, ball. And then you're dead. Look off the ball. Get those instinctual reads. And keep focusing those follow-up touches. And get some sleep.